whole wheat bread bags can look almost identical on the shelf, but one fuels steady energy and real gut health, and the other is basically soft carbs in a healthy bag. Today we're ranking 9 Canadian bread brands you should start eating for your health. And the winner hits fiber and protein levels most breads can't touch. 9. PC Blue Menu 100% whole wheat. Most Canadians don't even get close to enough fiber. The average is around 14 grams a day, which is less than half of what's actually recommended for adults. The Heart and Stroke Foundation says adults need at least 25 to 38 grams. So right away you can see the problem. The bread most people grab is often white and fluffy, but almost empty when it comes to real benefits. PC Blue Menu 100%. Whole wheat fixes this quietly. Each slice gives you more fiber because it keeps the wheat bran in germ, the stuff that usually gets stripped out. That's more vitamins and minerals in every bite, and it brings in prebiotic fiber. Why does that matter? Prebiotics feed your good gut bacteria, and a healthier gut supports everything from your immune system to steady blood sugar. You won't notice a wild taste difference, but you will feel less hungry and more satisfied after a sandwich or toast. The label literally says, add a source of fiber to your daily diet. And it's not just marketing. If you look around Canada, most adults aren't even close to those targets. Over time, eating higher fiber foods like this is linked to a lower risk of heart attack, stroke, colon cancer, and type 2 diabetes. That's a huge return for something that looks and tastes like normal bread. You still get the softness, the toastiness, the easy sandwich base, but you're helping your health just by swapping your usual loaf. Why do so many still buy bread with almost no fiber? Maybe out of habit. If you want the easiest upgrade, this is it. Whole wheat, more fiber, no weird taste, just better nutrition. And when you start stacking on even more grains, like in the next bread, you'll see how big a difference a slice can make. If you're enjoying this so far, give this video some hype right now. Hit subscribe and drop a like, because we're about to get into the breads that actually move the needle for fiber and whole grains. Stay with me, because the next picks are where most people finally realize what they have been missing. 12 grains in one slice? Let's get into what's really inside Dempster's 12 grain. 8. Dempster's 100% whole grains, 12 grain. 12 grains go into every slice of this bread. That's a lot more than just wheat. You'll find barley, oats, millet, flaxseed, sunflower seeds, and more. Dempster's 12 grain isn't shy about packing in the variety, and that means you're getting different fibers, vitamins, and minerals with every bite. Each 2-slice serving gives you about 210 calories, 4 grams of fiber, and a big chunk of your day's whole grain needs, around 42 grams. Ever wonder why you feel full longer after a hearty sandwich? That's the fiber and the blend of slow-digesting grains at work. Dempster keeps artificial flavors and colors out, so what you're eating is actually closer to what nutritionists hope people pick. Canada's food guidelines mention 48 grams of whole grains a day as a strong target, and you're already almost there with just 2 slices at lunch. Whole grains have a real effect. Big research studies show people who eat more of them have 20 to 30% lower risk of heart disease and type 2 diabetes. This bread brings in grains like barley and oats, which have beta-glucan fiber that helps lower cholesterol and supports your gut. It's all working behind the scenes while your sandwich just tastes like real bread. Most people grab this loaf because it's everywhere, but it's actually helping in ways they don't even realize. Soft, familiar, but far more powerful than your average white bread. Don't just go for texture or color. Think about what's really happening inside your body when you choose something loaded with grains. But grains aren't the whole story. What about seeds and real crunch? Country Harvest 14. Grains takes things even further. 7. Country Harvest 14. Grains bite into this bread and you'll notice actual seeds and texture. Country Harvest 14 grains isn't just called grain bread for show. You'll find flax, oat flakes, sunflower seeds, and malted wheat all baked into every slice. That's why each serving feels hearty and filling, not just soft and bland. Every 2 slices give you about 210 calories, 5 grams of fiber, 8 grams of protein, and minerals like calcium and iron. This bread does more than fill your stomach. The fiber already covers about 20% of what many adults need for the day, pushing you closer to the target most Canadians still miss. Eating bread like this can actually help manage cholesterol, support a healthy weight, and keep your digestion regular. The seeds aren't just for show either. Flax and sunflower seeds bring healthy fats, especially omega-3s, while the grains pack in magnesium and B vitamins. Here's something most people miss. Magnesium from whole foods, like these grains, is linked to better blood pressure and about 20% lower risk of metabolic syndrome when people get enough of it. Country Harvest brings all that without tasting like health food. The bread is chewy, nutty, and easy to toast. But every sandwich is working harder for your body. So why do so many people still reach for soft white bread with nothing in it? Maybe it's a habit, or maybe they just haven't tried something this filling and satisfying. Once you get used to bread with texture and seeds, plain loaves just don't cut it. Now, what if you want bread that feels dense and old school, something with serious minerals and no added sugar? That's what Rudolph's Bavarian multigrain is all about. 6. Rudolph's Bavarian multigrain. This bread actually feels heavy in your hand and chewy in your mouth. Rudolph's Bavarian multigrain isn't your standard sandwich bread. It's thick, dense, and built with real tradition in mind. Every 100 grams gives you about 330 calories, 14 grams of protein, and a surprising amount of minerals. There's 550 milligrams of sodium, but zero cholesterol. It's also unsweetened, so you avoid that slow creep of hidden sugars. Calcium and iron are the standout nutrients here. Iron helps your blood carry oxygen and supports energy levels, and many Canadians, especially women, are still low on it. Calcium keeps bones strong, and while most people think of dairy, whole grain breads like this actually contribute. By skipping added sugars and using sourdough starter, Rudolph's gives you real flavor and a slow, steady rise in blood sugar. That's the opposite of what you get with most white bread, which spikes and crashes fast. Most bread is about being soft and easy. This one is about staying full and nourished. The chewy texture means you slow down and really taste your sandwich or toast. And the heavier slices support open-faced toppings with no problem. If you want a European-style loaf that actually delivers real nutrition, this is it. Looking for even cleaner, simpler ingredients? The next bread keeps the label short and sticks with organic whole wheat. 5. Ace Bakery Organic 100%. Whole wheat. Flip over this bag and you'll recognize every ingredient. Ace Bakery Organic 100%. Whole wheat doesn't hide behind preservatives or long lists of chemicals. It's just organic whole wheat flour, water, organic honey, wheat bran, sunflower oil, wheat germ, salt, organic soy flour, and yeast. That's it. No surprises, nothing weird, and all non-GMO. 2 slices are about 140 calories, with a good share of complex carbs and enough protein to keep you going. Keeping the bran and germ means more fiber, more vitamin E, and healthy fats in every bite. Canada's Food Guide actually recommends whole grains just like this because they help lower your risk of heart disease, stroke, and diabetes when you choose them over refined grains. The real benefit? This bread fills you up. Whole grains make it easier to feel satisfied, so you're less likely to snack on junk later. It's easy to fit into your day. Toast with eggs, a sandwich for lunch, or a snack in the afternoon. It's high quality, simple, and you know exactly what you're eating. Why do so many other breads have long ingredient lists full of preservatives? Mostly to keep them soft for weeks on the shelf. But Ace shows you can get real flavor and nutrition without any of that. When you want bread that's clean and organic, this one stands out. Now, not everyone can eat wheat. The next bread is for anyone looking for gluten-free options that don't taste or feel like cardboard. 4. Little Northern Bakehouse Seeds and Grains, gluten-free. Most gluten-free bread tastes like dry cake or soft white bread. Little Northern Bakehouse Seeds and Grains flips that script. It's made right here in Canada, non-GMO, and totally vegan. The magic is in the mix. A gluten-free flour blend, plus real seeds like sunflower, flax, chia, and pumpkin. One slice is about 90 calories with around 2 grams each of fiber and sugar and a bit of protein. Why does this matter? Most gluten-free breads skip the seeds and whole grains. They lean on starch, which can send your blood sugars soaring and leave you hungry fast. This loaf brings in healthy fats and minerals you don't get in plain white gluten-free bread. Chia and flax add plant omega-3s, which are linked to heart health. Sunflower and pumpkin seeds give you magnesium, zinc, and vitamin E, nutrients that matter for metabolism and staying energized. You can taste the difference too. It's hearty, doesn't fall apart, and actually works for real sandwiches and toast. People eating gluten-free often just want bread that feels like food, not just filler. This one gets it right, and you're not giving up flavor to skip the gluten. So what if you want even fewer extras? No added sugar or fat, just straight up whole wheat? The next bread sets a new standard for clean labels. 3. Bon matin. No sugar, no fat. Added 100% whole wheat. The first thing you notice is what's missing from this bread. Bon matin, no sugar, no fat, added 100%. Whole wheat is all about discipline. No added sugar, no added fat, no artificial flavors, just real whole grain wheat. Every 2-slice serving gets you around 50 grams of whole grains and 4 grams of fiber, which already hits a full serving by many nutrition guidelines. Why care about sugar in bread? Most sliced loaves sneak in 3 to 5 grams per serving, and that stacks up when you eat toast, sandwiches, and snacks every day. By skipping it completely, Bon Matin helps you cut hidden sugar out of your week, making it easier to control blood sugar and avoid empty calories. Whole grains are the backbone here. Heart and Stroke says 3 or more servings a day can drop your risk of heart disease by up to 30%. That's huge, and this bread makes it almost effortless. The texture stays soft and familiar, so families can switch without complaints. You get the benefits without giving up on taste or comfort. Most people want to eat better but hate giving up their favorites. Bon Matin proves you don't have to. Strict label, big fiber, no sugar or fat added. Just straightforward nutrition in every bite. Want to know what happens when bread is allowed to ferment naturally and pick up extra flavor and fiber? Stone Mill Honest Wellness has something special waiting. 2. Stone Mill. Honest Wellness, chia and super grains. You'll taste a little tang in this bread, and that's no accident. Stone Mill. Honest Wellness chia and super grains is all about natural fermentation. The dough gets extra time to develop flavor and structure, and that changes the bread in big ways. Studies show natural fermentation, like with sourdough, can help with digestion and keeps your blood sugar from spiking as fast. Inside, chia seeds offer plant-based omega-3s, fiber, and protein. The super grain blend brings a mix of whole grains that go beyond wheat, so you get a bigger spread of nutrients. Each slice brings you closer to the magic number that dietitians like, at least 3 grams of fiber per slice. Add veggies and some lean protein, and your sandwich can easily reach double-digit daily fiber before dinner. Why does fermentation matter? Those extra hours mean organic acids can change the structure of the starch, which leads to a slower, more steady energy release. The bread stays moist and keeps longer without preservatives, all while supporting your gut health with more variety and better fiber. People who want bread that tastes like real food but works harder for their body end up loving Stone Mill. It doesn't just fill you up, it feeds you in ways most loaves never do. Now imagine bread that starts with whole grains sprouted before baking, unlocking even more nutrition and making each slice a powerhouse. That's exactly what you get with Silver Hills. 1. Silver Hills Sprouted Power Squirrely. This bread has a real weight to it, literally and nutritionally. Silver Hills Sprouted Power. Squirrely is made with sprouted whole grains, which changes the game completely. 2 slices pack in about 170 calories, 8 grams of fiber, 11 grams of plant protein, and nearly 40 grams of whole grains. That's 29% of your daily fiber from just one sandwich. Sprouting the grains before baking is the secret. Silver Hills says this unlocks more vitamins and minerals, makes the bread easier to digest, and breaks down anti-nutrients that can block absorption. You're getting more out of every single seed and grain, and research backs up the benefits. Sprouted grains have better bioavailability, and can help keep your energy more stable compared to refined bread. Add in the mix of sunflower and sesame seeds, and you're boosting your healthy fats and flavor too. Every bite is dense, chewy, and satisfying. It's not just soft bread pretending to be healthy. This is a loaf built for real impact, and the difference is easy to taste and feel. People who eat a lot of whole grains see lower risks of heart disease, cancer, and even all-cause mortality, with benefits climbing up to about 7 servings a day. Just one sandwich with squirrely gets you well on your way. No need for extra supplements. This bread pulls its weight. Ever thought your bread could be a real part of your health routine? Not just something to hold your sandwich together? With Silver Hills, you actually see and taste what it means for bread to work for you. If any bread on this list is in your kitchen right now, tell me which brand and how often you buy it, because your daily loaf choice adds up faster than most people think. Tap the next video on your screen, because the next food label trick is even sneakier. And once you spot it, you will catch it every time. Remember to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a single Canadian product insight.